Prominent and native son of the soil transitioned on Wednesday after losing a long-fought battle against cancer. George Simon, AA, 73, a member of the Lokono tribe of indigenous peoples, has left an indelible mark not only in the fields of art and archaeology, but also on the lives of the many persons with whom he has had interactions. The news of his passing sent shockwaves throughout the indigenous communities, namely where he was born, Pukuri Mission, also known as St. Cuthbert's Mission. Indigenous Peoples Affairs Minister Sidney Alicock issued a statement which noted that Simon managed to touch the lives of many persons through his art and mentorship as a Guyanese archaeologist and educator whose knowledge and wisdom were truly appreciated. Minister within the Ministry of Indigenous Peoples Affairs, Valerie Garida Lowe, also expressed condolences to the family and friends of George Simon and further described Mr. Simon's passing as a great loss to the country. Michael Magarel, Geographic Information Specialist attached to the Amerindian Peoples Association, also weighed in on the loss of Mr. Simon as he made reference to the many instances of mentorship he provided over the years.
From the time we would have, really connected with him, we would have seen him really mentoring a lot of young people, a lot of young artists especially. He would have been there guiding them, helping them along the way. And I think it's one of the things that we must recognize in him as, someone who was a role model for younger people, someone who helped them along the way, and not just by mentoring them, but actually being there to physically support them in actual developing their work, their art and thing.
Magarel further stated that Mr. Simon possessed a wealth of knowledge in the fields of art and archaeology, some of which, sadly, has not been captured and passed on.
There is only so much that we can learn from books and from things that, they would have passed on, even from his work, his artwork. I think there is a lot more we could have, gained from talking with him. And I think it's one of the things that I'd like to encourage younger people to connect with the elders in our communities, learn from them, because there's a lot of oral history out there which has not been captured. And I think it's one of the things that we need to reflect upon and see how and where we may not have done what we should have to really learn from persons like George.
Mr. George Simon, who hails from Pukuri Mission, more popularly known as St. Cuthbert's Mission, lost his father at the age of 3 and was adopted by an Anglican priest, where he received his formal education before returning to Guyana. Simon was the winner of a number of awards, including the Golden Arrow of Achievement, which he received in 1998, and the Anthony N. Sapga Caribbean Award for Excellence in 2012. He died on Wednesday, July 15, 2020 in Spain, where he resided, and was cremated on Thursday. His ashes will be returned to Guyana and spread across the Kunuku mountain range, as had been requested by him. Reporting for HGP Nightly News, Wendell Badrie.